All right, welcome back to another Play Action Football video. My name is Brian Happerkamp. I'm the designer and creator of this game. And we are going to finish our second half replay of the Buffalo Bills at the Baltimore Ravens. The real game was 35-10. It was not a close game as the Ravens blew out the Bills. But we got a good one here. It's 21 apiece at halftime, and the Buffalo Bills are going to kick off in the second half. So it will be, actually, it's the Ravens kicking off. And Buffalo will receive. They'll get the ball first. We are playing again with our formations here. The formations are going to help us decide who is going to catch the ball or run the ball on a particular play. We also have some new sheets here that have the rushing yards after contact and the receiving yards after catch, which is going to give us a little bit of extra pep in our step for those plays as well. We have these smaller cards for just the teams. It's sort of modeled after this, which was kind of a experiment I was doing with 1978, where you can see it's got just a team card, which everyone seems to like those. We'll see. So yesterday I went through and I did the defense. At least I probably did half of the league. But basically this whole section down here will be the defense for the team. So you have the team card, you have the offense, and then you have the defense here. And a team would take up this amount of space. And then you have all of your players. Basically 5 linemen, 5 linebackers, 5 corners, and 5 safeties. And you would have, we'll have defensive cards, defensive formation cards that are going to help you sort of decide what players are doing what on what particular plays. So it'll be a little bit more complex and take up a little bit more room on your table, but it will give you some more depth without really complicating things very much. I'm gonna roll one extra D6 and one D10, and then the D6 will go to whatever the play is. The D10 is going to go here, and we'll just cross-reference the play, which comes from our 2 D6s here. We'll cross-reference the play and the D10 roll to find out which player received the pass or ran the football. So let's get this one started. We just need a kickoff. Don't need all those dice yet, Brian. So the kickoff is going to come from the purple die. A 4 is going to be no, I spoke too soon. 60 yards down to the 5. And the return, ooh, it's a 10. That's going to be 40 yards on the return with a chance for a big play. So let's see if there's a breakaway. Oh, right out the gate. All right, so a 10 is going to be 70 yards on the breakaway. 70 plus 40 is 110. And right off the bat, the Bills take it to the house for a touchdown without even having to do anything. We're going to move the clock a full 30 seconds on that just because. Actually, probably just 15. And the Bills with a 0-8, that's going to be good. And just like that, bing, bam, boom. Right off the opening take, Buffalo scores a touchdown. All right, so we're doing another kickoff. This time it's going to be Buffalo. Now they're up 28-21. 58 yards on the kick is going to go to the 7. And the return, also a 10, 40 yards plus 7. 40 plus 40 is 80. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Takes the ball down to the 13 where we have dueling kickoffs here. So in 30 seconds, we've piled up 150 yards worth of special teams plays. So let's go to the Ravens, who are 1st and 10 at the 13 of the Bills. We got a 4. That's going to be a single back. And let's see, we're going to run the balanced offense for both teams here, just coming out of halftime and see how it goes. A 2 is going to be a medium pass against the base defense. Again, the base defense for Buffalo is 3-4. So that's going to be a -2. Baltimore already has a +2 advantage. So 3 minus 1 is +2. And so that basically negates their advantage. We get a 2 on a medium pass, and that's going to be a pass deflection chance for a tip ball, and that is going to fall incomplete. So brings up second down. And lots of stuff going on in this one just to kick off the second half. This is epic. So trips, second down play. This is another medium pass against the base defense, another -2, which negates the overall -2. So we get a 15 straight up on a medium pass, D10 plus 7. The pass is going to go to wide receiver 2, and wide receiver 2 for Baltimore is Rashad Bateman. Bateman is a 0, so just D10 plus 7. That's good for 13 yards, and they're at the 13, and that's going to be right over the goal line for a touchdown. 6 points. And so we get an extra point. 79 is going to be up and in. And just like that, both teams with a score, 28-28, very quickly here in the third. With 13:45 left, we're going to get another kickoff. So third kickoff in 4 or 5 plays. That's 62 yards, so 61-2 down to the 3. And Buffalo will return it. And a 1 is not great, so 10 yards plus a D6. Oh, sorry, D6. 10 plus 5 is 15, plus 3 is 18. So that is where Buffalo will start first and 10. They'll have to earn their way this time. So with 13 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third, Buffalo starts with the football. Now, Buffalo has a +1 advantage, 2 on offense against a -1 defense. So they're going to carry that +1 with them the whole time. So I formation. And first down play is going to be an inside run to the blitz. A blitz is a -2. So that's going to be a -1 overall. 16 becomes 15. So that's going to be 7 yards. The player is halfback 1, and James Cook, has a 0 for his yards after contact. So that's just going to be 7 yards. And he gets dropped at the 25. That'll bring up second down and 3 for Buffalo. Single back formation, and it will be a draw play against the blitz. Pretty good call. Draw against the blitz is a -1, so that negates Buffalo's +1. So 14 on a draw is going to be D10 plus 3, and the draw play is going to go to James Cook again. So D10 plus 3 is going to be 7 yards. That'll take it out to the 32. That'll be a first down run for James Cook. First down and 10, they get into the single back bunch set with 3 receivers to the right. 5 is going to be a short pass against the base. Short against the base is a -1, which takes away Buffalo's +1. So 17 on a short pass, that's going to be good for 8 yards. The pass is going to go to wide receiver 3. Wide receiver 3 is Mac Hollins. He has a 0, so that's going to be a good for 8 yards out to the 40. Brings up second down and 2. You can see that it doesn't add a whole lot to the gameplay. Now, if you wanted to do defensive tackles and stuff like that, there's going to be a little bit of extra overhead for the game. Some people might want to do that, some might not. If that's not of interest to anyone, then it's going to save me a lot of time just to do this and not have to do the teams themselves. So a 1 on second down and 2. This is going to be an inside run against the base defense. That's a -1. Again, it does negate their advantage. The inside run goes to James Cook. 3 is going to be a fumble. Let's see if there is a lost fumble. It's an 8, and it will be the line of scrimmage -5. So that is a fumbleia. And the line of scrimmage -5 takes it back to the 35. That'd be where Baltimore starts, as they cause a fumble and they pick it up and take it out to the 35-yard line of Buffalo. So Big defensive play there as the Ravens get a turnover. The Ravens on offense in the I formation with Derrick Henry behind the fullback, Patrick Ricard. Henry is going to take this inside, and he'll be going against the base. So that's a +1. They already have a +2, so that makes them +3. So 10 plus 3 is 13, and that'll be D6 plus D6 +1. So 2 plus Henry has a +1 here. You can see he has 1 on his yards after contact. So that's a 3-yard gain. Takes the ball down to the 32, brings up 2nd down and 7 for the Ravens. Bunch formation. 2nd down play, outside run to the base. This is 0, so they still have their +2 advantage. So 17 on an outside run is D6 plus 8. Outside run, this is going to be a handoff to the wide receiver. Wide receiver 1 will be Zay Flowers. He's going to have a +1, so D6 plus 8. So that's good for 10. +1 is 11, and that takes the ball down to the 22. So nice little jet sweep for Zay Flowers as he takes the ball for 11 yards. Five is going to be into the bunch formation again. 5 will be a short pass against the base. Short against the base is a -1, so that knocks their advantage down to a +1. 9 becomes 10. 10 on a short pass, D6 plus 1. And that'll be to wide receiver 3. That's Aguilar. He has a +1. So 3 yards plus 1 is 4. That takes the ball down to the 17. Brings up 2nd down and 6 with 10 minutes left in the 3rd. Twins formation, so 2 receivers left, I formation on 2nd down and 6. Medium pass as Lamar drops back. Medium against the base is a -2. That takes away all the advantage. And so 14 on a medium pass is D6 plus 6. That medium pass is going to go to wide receiver 2, which is Bateman. So D6 plus 6 with no extra yards after catch. That's good for 12 yards. They're on the 17. That takes it down to the 5. It'll be 1st down and goal as they make the catch with Bateman. Flip over to our goal line plays. And let's go ahead and put goal line into this situation here. What are we not going to run? Not going to run shotgun. So let's go with this. You could substitute the goal line for anything you want. We're going to run a single back, and this will be 1st and goal from the 5. Short pass against the goal line. Short against the goal line is a 0, so they retain their +2 advantage. That's 5. So we have 17 plus 2 is 19. A 19 on a short pass is D10 plus 4. The pass is going to go to the halfback out of the backfield, and that's going to be Derrick Henry. So D10 plus 4, sorry, I had to roll a D10. And that's going to be good for 10 yards. And Derrick Henry's run after catch doesn't matter because 10 yards puts them 5 yards deep in the end zone. So they get maybe a little out route right on the sideline for Derrick Henry. And he's going to take it in for the score. It's now 34-28. Ravens over the Bills. The kick is up and in. For the kicks, we have the extra points down here. Has to be 1 to 97. For here, it's 1 to 99. Same thing. 1 to 63, 1 to 55. That's how it works. So this number here is the top number of the range for them to be able to make the kick. All right, so with 9 minutes left in this one, the Ravens take a 35-28 lead. And that was set up by the big fumble recovery by the Ravens. Put our shotgun formation back in here. All right, kickoff. It is a 6. 6 is going to be a touchback. So at the 25, Buffalo takes over 1st and 10. And we have shotgun formation for Josh Allen in the offense. It is a short. Oh, got to get off of our goal line, please. So 2 is going to be a medium pass as he drops back against the base defense. Medium against the base is a +1. Gives them a +2 overall. This could be a big play. 12 becomes 14. 14 on a medium pass is D6 +6. The pass is intended for wide receiver 3, which is Matt Collins. He doesn't have any extra yards after catch. So D6 +6 is good for 9 yards. That takes the ball out to the 34. That'll bring up 2nd down and 1 for Allen in the offense. 6 will be I formation, Twins left. This is an inside run against the blitz. That's a -2, so that makes the offense a -1. 15 becomes 14, so D6 + D6. This is to James Cook, who has no extra yardage, and that'll be good for 4 yards. Takes it out to the 38 as Cook with a 1st down up the middle. 8 minutes left in the quarter, and Buffalo driving their 1st and 10 at their own 38. Into the Twins set again. I formation, inside run against the blitz as they power up. -2 puts them at a -1 advantage again. Basically, you get rid of this 1, so it's an 8. 8 on the inside run is good for 3 yards. It'll be James Cook again, and so out to the 41. 2nd down and 7 for Buffalo. Into the bunch formation. 2nd down play is a medium pass against the base defense. That's a +1, so they're a +2 overall. 8 becomes 10. 10 on a medium pass is D10 +5. The pass is going to go to the tight end number 2. Tight end 2 is going to be Dawson Knox. He has no extra yardage there. So D10 +5, that's good for 13 yards. 10, 11, 12, 13. Crosses midfield and 1st down at the Ravens 46. Into the bunch formation again. And 1st down play, this will be an outside run to the base. Outside to the base is good for 0, so they retain their +1 advantage. 17 becomes 18. That's D6 +9. And on an outside run, it'll be halfback 2. That's Ty Johnson. He does have a +1 for yards after catch, or yards after contact. D6 +9 is going to be 14 +1 is 15. So excellent run. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, down to the 31. And that'll bring up another 1st down play. So the ball is spotted at the Ravens 31. It'll be 1st and 10. And 1st and 10, shotgun formation for Josh Allen. They'll hand it off up the middle, and that's going to be against the blitz. So inside run against the blitz is a -2, puts them at a -1 advantage. So 13 on an inside run, 2 D6s. This will be Cook up the middle as they hand it off out of the backfield, and he gets 12 yards. So a little shifty run. So 10, 11, 12, down to the 19, and that brings up 1st and 10 as they are just eating up yardage here on offense. Seem to have figured out the Ravens defense just a little bit. Again, a number 2 on offense, which means they're probably top 15% in the league, 10% on offense. So shotgun formation. This will be an outside run as they hand it off to Cook again, and he will be going against the base defense. So that gives them a +1 advantage. They'll need it. 7 becomes 8. 8 on the outside run is 2 yards. And that will be all they get. So down to the 17, brings up 2nd down and 8. 5.5 minutes left in the 3rd. 3 is I formation. And the second down play is going to be a screen pass. That's going to go to the halfback, James Cook, out of the backfield. Cook is a +3 on his yards after catch. So we have a screen to the base defense. That's a +1, so they become +2. And a 9 on a screen is going to be good for 3 yards, +3 yards, which is 6. Takes the ball down to the 11. That's going to bring up third down and 2. All right, shotgun. On 3rd and 2 from inside the red zone. That is a draw play as he fakes the pass. He hands it off, and they're going to be coming on the blitz. So draw against the blitz is going to be a -1, takes away Buffalo's advantage. So straight up a 12 on a draw play is going to be a D10, and we also have a penalty. So let's see. On the draw play, a 4, that's going to be halfback 2, which is Ty Johnson. He has a +1. So let's resolve that first and see what the result of the play is. It's just 2 yards. +1 is 3. So that technically takes them down to the 8. Let's just mark that somehow. Okay, so down to the 8-yard line. We have to see if there's a penalty on the play. A 7. There is no penalty. So that's going to be a first down run, as it'll be 1st and goal. They needed 2 on 3rd down. They got 3. And they are 1st and goal from inside the 10. So 8 yards to go for pay dirt for the Bills. Turn over to our goal line offense. The advantage of the goal line plays is that there's no deep pass, so there's no opportunity to throw it out of the end zone. I mean, there's still a possibility, but the probability goes way down. So shotgun from inside the 10 as they look to throw the ball. They're not going to. They're going to hand it off, and against the blitz, an outside run is going to negate their +1 advantage. So 9 on an outside run is D6, and that's going to be just 1 yard. The outside run, it's a wide receiver. They hand it off to the wide receiver on an end around. Kind of a weird play. But the wide receiver 1 is Shakir. He's got a 0 on his running. If you have a blank here, let's say they give it to Mac Hollins on an end around, it would just be a 0. So they just pick up 1 yard on the play, and it's now 2nd and goal from the 7 with 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Bills looking up to even up the score. This one a good game, 28-35 is our score, or 35-28, however we want to see it. The Ravens just took the lead off of a turnover that the Bills committed in the back half of their side of the field. I formation, so they line up to power it down their throat. Outside to a base. Outside to a base is a 0, so the Bills retain their +1 advantage. They need it here. 6 becomes 7, and on an outside run, a 7 is just going to be 1 yard. 5 yards is to James Cook, and they're getting it closer, but they're only getting it closer 1 yard at a time, which is not going to work when you need 8. So 3rd down and goal from the 6, and let's see what they pull out of the hat. It'll be trips. They spread them out. Single back, 2 to the right, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 3rd down, this will be a short pass against the goal line defense. That's going to be a 0, so they retain their +1 advantage. 14 becomes 15. 15 on a short pass is D6 +4. They're going to need at least a roll of a 2. Wide receiver 3 is not going to give them any yak. So D6 +4, they need at least a 2 to get across the goal line. Oh, they get a 1. It's 5 yards, and they get stopped short of the goal line. That's going to bring up 4th and 1. And I think we're going to go for it here. We're just going to go with the... I guess I should have put this in there anyway. We're just going to go with the goal line play. And so let's see what happens here on the goal line. Everybody lines up. We don't need this die. So we are going to run it. We're going to run it up the gut with James Cook. So here we go. Up the gut with James Cook, 4th down and 1 from the goal line. 3, this will be against the base defense, so that's a -1. That gets rid of any advantage. A 9 is good for 4 yards, and James Cook gives them nothing, so they pound it up the middle for the touchdown. And let's see about the extra point. It's a 94. That's not a gimme. 92 is their extra points. They're going to miss the extra point. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Okay, so they missed the extra point, and that could be a killer in this game. We'll see. As we have 3 minutes left in the third, and Buffalo will be kicking off. So disappointing there. They got the touchdown, but they didn't get the extra point. 60 plus a D6 is going to be 63 yards. So 61, 2, 3 down to the 2-yard line. And for the return, it'll be 22 yards on the return. So 22 plus 2 is 24. So that'll be where Baltimore takes over 1st and 10. 2 minutes and 45 seconds are left in the third quarter. We got a score of 35-34. And Baltimore is going to get into the run-heavy offense, see if they can run the clock a little bit on this drive. Get it to the man, Derrick Henry. Henry with almost 2,000 yards rushing in 2024. It'll be a trips formation. First down play is going to be an inside run to the blitz. That's a 0, so they retain their +2 advantage. 7 becomes 9. 9 on an inside run is a 4. Derrick Henry has 1, so that's going to be good for 5 yards out to the 29. Brings up 2nd down and 5 for Baltimore. Trips formation again. So 3 receivers to the right, and it will be a 6. A 6 is an inside run against the base. That's another +1. So they'll have 3 plus 3. 9 plus 6 is 15. Plus 3 is 18 on an inside run. That's right. Yeah. Inside run. 15 plus 3 is 18. Sorry. D6 plus 8. And it'll be Derrick Henry between the tackles. And that'll be good for 12 more. So 10, 11, 12 out to the 41 as Derrick Henry shakes off a tackle and rumbles for 12 yards. Twins formation. 2 is going to be an outside run to the base. And that's a 0, so they retain their +2 advantage. 9 becomes 11 on an outside run, D6 plus 2. It'll be halfback 2, so that's going to be Justice Hill. He also has a +1. So D6 plus 2 is 6 yards, plus 1 is 7. Takes the ball out to the 48-yard line, brings up a 2nd down and 3 with 1:15 left in the quarter. Baltimore trying to exert their will on the Buffalo defense. Inside run to the base, another +1, so that makes them +3. 12 becomes 15. 15 on an inside run is 7 yards. 9 is going to be Justice Hill again as he gives Derrick Henry a break here at the end of the third quarter. 7 plus 1 is 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out to the 44. And that will bring up 1st and 10 from the Buffalo 44. Buffalo bending. Let's see if they break. We get a single back. First down play is going to be an inside run to the base. Again, another +1. And that's going to be really where they take advantage here. So it's a +3. 4 plus 3 is 7, just 2 yards on the carry. And that'll be Derrick Henry. So 2 plus 1 is 3. And that takes it down to the 41-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and 7. This will be the last play of the third quarter. So with 15 seconds left, they snap the ball. It will be Twins formation, 2nd down and 7. And on a 2nd down play, it's an inside run against the nickel. So they thought they were going to run, or pass the ball, but they decided to run it up the gut with Derrick Henry. And they have a +2 advantage, which with this +2 means they have a +4, and 17 + 4 is 21. That's going to be a penalty pre-snap on the defense. Pre-snap penalty on the defense is an illegal substitution. That's going to give them 5 extra yards without having to burn any clock or anything. And so it'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Ravens. All right, 2nd down and 2, a 5 is going to be a medium pass against the blitz. Medium against the blitz is a -1, so that cuts down their advantage to a +1. 9 becomes 10. 10 on a medium pass is going to be a connection. The pass is going to go to tight end 1. That is Mark Andrews. He has no yards after catch. So D10 +5, good for 11 yards. And 10-11 takes the ball down to the 25. That'll be 1st down and 10. And that is the last play of the 3rd quarter. So I actually think that's about all I'm going to have time for this morning. It takes a little bit longer when you add in sort of all these other variables. So at a half hour per quarter, it's going to take you right at 2 hours. That's just keeping track of some of these extra things, and it's providing a lot of detail to the game. You may or may not want to play like that, or you may just want to reserve that for some bigger games or whatever. If I was keeping stats, it might take an extra 15 or 20 minutes to actually just write down everybody's stats, things like that. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line, from the Buffalo 25 for the Ravens. And we are going to leave this one after the 3rd quarter. It's 35-34 as Buffalo missed their extra point on their last score. So both teams have scored twice here in the 2nd half. They each had big returns. There was a kick return for a touchdown to begin the 2nd half. That was from Buffalo. And then we had a long return for the Ravens to get them down inside the 20, and they punched it in for a score. And then both teams have responded with longer drives. So the Ravens 1st and 10 from the 25 to start the 4th quarter. I will come back with another video at a different time and finish this one up just to not leave everyone hanging. This is play action football, but also using some new things here. If you want to get a good look at what the game is now, go back a couple of videos to the 1978 game between the Oilers and Steelers, and you'll get a better sense of where the game is now and how the game is being played. That is actually using some experimental cards that I just showed earlier. It's using these team cards. The game as it comes now comes with these larger team cards you can see, and the team cards here have everything that you need to play the game. It just has this section here. It's kind of a player finder with all their offense and defensive starters. It has the kicking game down here, same as here, passing and rushing mix. And then you have this sort of player finder here where you can roll a D10, and you're doing similar things to what's here. You're just kind of doing it on an overall scale. Every rushing play, every receiving play, you can find out who the receiver or the running back is. Obviously, you're going to know who the starting quarterback is. We got the quarterback name over here if you need that. And then for sacks and interceptions, you can assign those as well. So these cards come 4 to a sheet. You can see they come like this. So 4 to a sheet. And you get every team during that season. So you can play this. The game also comes with a quick play version, where you can play out 12 possessions and kind of quickly play a game based off of did they score a field goal, a touchdown, or no score. And then you can quickly kind of simulate a game. That way, there's an online application that you can use to make that process much faster. You just input the offense and defense numbers for each team, and then you run the simulation. And so that is that is there as well. There's an entire season schedule if you want to keep up with everything, including it has everyone's offense and defense numbers. So you could literally use the online application or do it by hand and then simulate the entire season that way. Or you can just simulate the games you don't want to play and then play out the games that you do want to play. So a way to make a season replay in the NFL doable. That was really the hope there. And then it also comes with, I've been using these charts so you can see these are the special plays charts with kicking and special teams, interceptions and fumbles. We have a penalty chart for pre and post snap. We have 3 different types of play calling sheets. So you can do pass heavy with more passes. It's about a 60-40 mix, 65-35, something like that mix on the pass heavy. The balance is basically 50-50, and then the run heavy is probably like 60-40 runs to passes. You have fewer deep passes. Those really kind of come on and long type of plays. So you use this for like second and 1 to 10. You use this for second and 11 or more. And then these are a little bit more balanced. You'll see some deep plays come up in here on longer plays. But here you see there's a deep pass here on second and 1 to 10. There's a deep pass on first down. So a little bit more opportunity for offense, but every time you throw the ball, there's an opportunity for an interception as well. So the chances for an interception are greater. You can see here this 1%, 2%, 3%. So you have about a 3% chance of an interception on these passing plays. And then overall, you have 2 out of whatever that is, 54 or something like that. So it's about a 3.5 or 4% chance, which is, these are all adjusted to the league. And then defense is going to determine, do they give up more or fewer interceptions? If they're a good defense, they're going to sort of drag you back this way, where the chance for an interception is greater. If they're not a good defense, they're going to allow you to kind of float this way toward the better plays, which are at the bottom of the chart. So hopefully you'll go out and try the game. There's a demo in the free section at clarkandaddisongaming.com. You can go there and download the demo. It's the last 4 teams from 2023, so you can play out the NFC and AFC championships and the Super Bowl. Get a good sense of the game before you outlay the money for it. And each season is $20. We have 1984, 85, 1991, 2007, and 2023 and 24. So some classic seasons, 2007, a little more modern season. That's the Patriots going undefeated in the regular season. And then 2023 and 24 is just the last 2 seasons. I'm also working on 1978. You saw that. So 78 will be coming down the pipe pretty soon. I had the idea for this as I was working on things, and just wanted to kind of get that down on paper, try it out, and see how that worked. I really like the formations. This is a lot of work, and if you want that level of detail, it's nice to have it. Similar to other games where you have like a lot more players who can get involved. And then on the defense, you would have another defensive role, which you could roll another D6 and D10, and then just have your defensive formations over here. I would hope, excuse me, I would hope to do a version of the game where you sort of, you eliminate this offense-defense advantage, and then you do a play level advantage. So I formation against these plays is going to be a +1. Against these plays is going to be a -1 or a -2. And then just have that right on the card where you can quickly reference that so that whatever the defense is playing and the offense is playing, that at the play level, you have this sort of defensive effect. So not just at the formation level, but at the actual play level, which would be more like 4-3 blitzes and 3-4 blitzes different types of coverages and things like that. And so you could literally play with these formations against formations. And then you would just need this top part for the play calling. And then you would have the formations do this actual defense effect down here. So a little bit more complex and would turn it into more of a simulation. But you would still use these cards here. And like I said, here the Bills would have their defense down here. So instead of this, it would be all Bills, about a half a sheet of paper, and then all Ravens, about a half a sheet of paper. I'll have to demo that once I get all the defenses done in there. And basically what I'm doing is I'm figuring out the top 4 or top 5 defensive linemen, top 5 linebackers, top 5 corners, and top 5 safeties. And then I'm putting those here. So you have your sort of interior, your linemen, and your linebackers over here. You have your corners and safeties over here. And then you have a little bit of their statistics in terms of tackles and sacks and interceptions, pass deflections. And then when you have your player finder using the formations, the defensive formations, you'll be able to use the player finder so that if you're playing a nickel defense, you have that third cornerback on there. If you're playing a dime, you have that fourth cornerback, etc. So just a way to kind of get in and have a little bit more variety. You could do tackles at that point. So you'll be able to use the player finder here for tackles, the player finder for interceptions, things like that. So those will be listed just like these are here. All right. Very cool. I think the game is growing a little bit. This brings it to a little bit more of a simulation level. You can still play with just the offense and defense numbers. There's no reason you wouldn't be able to do that. In fact, I'll probably just include the cards so that you can have just the single cards. The idea is that this would be toward a physical copy of the game that you could print on demand from the Game Crafter is what I use. And so this would just be what they call a poker size card. So you'd be able to just, whatever poker size is, you'd be able to just get this onto the card and have, just like we have on base Pocket Edition, how nice those cards are. This would be the same thing. You'd have these team cards and then you would have the play results chart, and the chart would be quite a bit larger. It would just be one sheet of paper, sort of landscape. So imagine this to the side. Actually, you don't have to imagine it because I printed one out, but you would have a sheet of paper to the side, and then you can see it's quite a bit larger compared to this one. So a little bit easier to see, and you would have just sort of a single play action chart or play results chart, and then you'd have all the cards that you could play with. And then you would still get all of the files and things like that for the, what do you call it? The simulator and things like that. You could use the simulator online as well. So that's sort of the plan going forward. I have a lot of thoughts about these things, and so I'm just kind of trying them out. Sometimes people get a little worn out by me trying things all the time, but I'm trying to find out what works, what resonates with the community, what do people want in a game, what do they want out of this game specifically, if they like the mechanics. Do you want more? Do you want less? Let me know in the comments. Do you like this? Do you like with the players? Is it a bridge too far? Just let me know kind of where you stand with that, and we'll adjust accordingly. But the base game is there. It'll always be there. You'll always be able to play it. And it's just like, how do you engage the game? At what level? Do you want to go deeper? Do you want to kind of stay at the surface? I know the game is and has been what it has been, but it could be more. And it has actually evolved over time, sort of from a basic dice roller with a card like this to calling plays and having an auto play call system and stuff like that. So just let me know what you're thinking about. and we'll leave it at that. 30, not 38. 35-34 is our score. We'll play out the fourth quarter at some point. Don't know if it'll be later today or tomorrow, maybe the next day, and we'll see when we can get that out. But the Ravens lead by 1 in this 2024 rematch. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comments section. If you have not subscribed, click on subscribe. Click that thumbs up, and that helps us do what we do to grow the channel. We're about 430 subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed, just click on that button. You'll be notified of new videos when they become available. If you haven't joined the Facebook group, but you're on Facebook, go to Facebook groups, look up Clark and Addison Gaming Company, and give that a join. That'll be where most things get posted first, including the 2024 set of this game, which you got about a week head start on that if you are part of the group. But that has been released to a wider audience this week. So you can go to clarkandaddisongaming.com and you can find the link for Play Action Football at the top of the screen, or if you're on mobile, in the mobile menu. And you'll see all the seasons available there, including the free demo, and you can download the game guide for free as well and see what all comes with the game. All right. I think that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.